Today we're going to talk about the story, The Merchant of Venice. Chapter 10. First, let's revise on Chapter 9. Which box did the Prince of Aragon choose, and what did he find in it? He chose the silver box. He found a picture of a fool. Chapter 10. Bad news for Antonio. Pre-reading questions. What do you think Antonio will hear? What do you think Shylock's reaction will be when he hears about Antonio's bad news? Do you think Shylock will make Antonio give him a pound of flesh? Time for the main points. Antonio knew that the ship that sank in the sea between England and France was his. Now, Antonio had lost a lot of money. His friends hoped that there would be no more bad news for him. Shylock was still angry about his daughter. He paid people to look for her, but they couldn't find her. Shylock is very sad about his money and jewels. When Shylock heard that Antonio had lost a ship, he was pleased. He decided that if Antonio could not pay back his debt, he would make him pay the penalty. He would take 1 pound of his flesh. He would choose the heart in order not to take his business away from him. Antonio lost another ship in a storm. The ship and its cargo sat at the bottom of the sea. You will not take a pound of his flesh, will you? Antonio's friend asked Shylock, and Shylock said, I will be happy, and I will use it to go fishing. Shylock hated Antonio because he treated him in a very bad way. So let's answer some questions. Please open your booklets. Why was the news bad for Antonio? Okay. Because Antonio's 2 valuable ships and their cargoes sank in the sea. Question number 2. Antonio would be in a big trouble or big problem that he could lose his life, and Shylock will get a chance to take revenge from Antonio. Explain. Because his 2 ships sank in the sea, and Shylock will get the chance to take the pound of his flesh as they hated each other. Why was Shylock happier than ever? Because Shylock heard that Antonio's ship sank in the sea, so he would have revenge from Antonio, and he would take a pound of his flesh. Complete the following sentences. Number 1. Paid people to look for his, but they couldn't find her. Shylock paid people to look for his daughter, but they couldn't find her. Number 2. Another ship of Antonio and its sank at the of the sea. Another ship of Antonio and its cargoes sank at the bottom of the sea. You will not take a pound of his flesh, will you? Who said this to whom? One of Antonio's friends to Shylock. And why did he say this? Because he was wondering whether Shylock would really take the pound of Antonio's flesh if he couldn't pay the money back. Thank you.